All righty.
All right, welcome. Welcome to Mental Toughness Monday. We are so excited to have you here or catching us on the replay. I'm in the car, so Chris is going to be guiding us today. Thank you, Chris. Take it away.
Thank you, Brenda. So today's oil is guacwood. It's the oil of self-discovery, and it must not be one that we use very often because I can't find mine. Okay. Guacwood is
You need
a
some
unique,
discovery on that.
yeah, right. Okay, that was clever. Um, Guacwood is a unique healer distilled from the heartwood of the tree, the guacwood tree. It creates
Mm.
a resonance with the heart of each person who experiences it. This oil connects to their innermost thoughts and feelings and reveals obscured spiritual and emotional blockages. Just as the resin like oil, it must be warmed before it can transform into a pourable liquid. Guacwood encourages individuals to yield to in order to reopen doors that have long been closed within them. It
Mm.
facilitates the specific healing they need by only bringing issues to the surface that the heart is ready to release. The
That's
aroma,
brilliant. I love it.
yeah, the aroma of guacwood morphs based on what the individual needs in that moment, mirroring the intuitive nature of this essential oil and how it adapts to meet the individual where they are now. It is especially beneficial when individuals are feeling overwhelmed, confused, or that they've lost part of themselves somehow. It helps them see that they are known, understood, and worthy of healing. Then Guacwood invites them to commit more fully to their spiritual potential. It is exceptional at stabilizing the flow of energy, rebalancing chakras that may be out of alignment, and illuminating new spiritual pathways. As the individual heals, it will reveal how to embrace the next stage of their spiritual journey. And there's more. That's pretty profound.
That is
Guac-
profound.
yeah. Guacwood teaches that true peace comes only after an individual has connected to what they are running from. It reminds
Mm.
them that that's interesting, right? It
Right.
reminds them that what they are resisting remains within them and is draining their energy and inhibiting their spiritual capacity. It illuminates the defenses they have built up over time and the ways they separate themselves from their highest truth. Its, its message is that to live an authentic and honest life, they must embrace all aspects of themselves, even the parts they fear. However, this oil reassures that they are stronger, more capable, and more resilient than they ever thought possible. Each individual is encouraged to meditate with this oil and discover how it can speak to them personally. Guacwood will guide them on their path of self discovery.
Wow.
A lot of stuff in there.
That sounds really fun.
So,
And
this is,
also maybe a little scary connecting with what you're running from.
yeah, sometimes we don't want to know that. Or sometimes we do know that and we don't want to go there.
We don't
How's
want to
that?
connect with it for sure.
But
But
I love that each individual is encouraged to meditate with this oil and discover how it will speak to them personally. I love that.
yeah, no, I do too. And I also love that it only brings up what the heart is ready to deal with. So even if you're going to connect with something that you've been running from, you can trust that you're ready to deal with it.
Yeah.
And a lot of times dealing with it only looks like actually acknowledging and connecting. I've been so amazed at how frequently, just even in one emotional session, you can just clear so much.
Mm.
And I love that. And Guaicwood, that's pretty cool.
So it's a resin-like oil. Do you recall whether it's thick like?
It is thick. You do have to kind of just warm it in your hand. But, rose is like that too, which is not a resin, but it's more gelish. And it gets really cold in my bathroom sometimes. And I have to warm it in my hand before I can put it in the tub.
Ah,
Just like warm the bottle a little bit.
throw
So
the
it's
bottle, the sealed
not,
bottle in your tub. How's that?
I know,
Warm it
right? That would work. Yeah, probably faster. It's not as thick as like vetiver, which I always get a dropper for because that's just way
Yeah.
too much time.
You're not going to live that long.
No,
To wait for that.
no. You need it to calm down, and you have to calm down to get it out of the bottle. So put a dropper in it.
Okay. Hey, welcome, Kathy. We're talking about guacwood. So here's suggested ways to use it. You inhale from the bottle, diffuse or place drops in your hands, rub and inhale. Topically, 1 to 3 drops over the heart, chest, around the navel, or on the bottom of the feet. And negative emotions or emotions we don't want is spiritually stagnant, um, such as spiritual issues, emotionally blocked, such as emotionally disconnected, out of alignment, inauthentic, distracted, denial, unworthy, emotionally closed, or emotionally disconnected, confused, lost, resisting, and afraid.
Wow.
That should cover it.
Yeah. That's like really motivating by itself, right? I feel less of
Yeah.
this.
Well, let's look at the positive things we're looking for. Spiritually progressing, emotionally connected, flowing, healing, aligned, responsive, growing energetically, balanced, inspired, present, authentic, brave, capable, resilient, understood or heard, self-discovery or self-awareness.
I love that.
Good stuff. Okay,
That's
We
guacamole.
should take a bath in that.
right.
Yeah, the things in here were very, very profound. I gotta find my guacwood.
I know. I'm motivated now. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. All right. Any other thoughts on guacwood?
It's just good. Let's do it.
Okay,
I love it.
self-discovery. All right, we are in 177 mental toughness secrets of the world class. We're on number 108. Champions know revenge is for amateurs. Depending on whether they are operating primarily from spirit or ego, amateurs tend to be interested in the idea of revenge. Many amateurs believe their lack of success and fulfillment is someone else's fault, which leads to thoughts of getting even. Revenge as a strategy is not limited to the middle class. Many very successful upper class performers will believe in striking back at their competitors. The upper class often owes their tremendous financial success to the drive that is stimulated by their large egos.
Mm.
And unfortunately, this ego driven consciousness is often also responsible for their lack of personal fulfillment. The upper class tends to believe the key to fulfillment is to gain greater access, and they are baffled when this formula doesn't work. The upper class is operating out of fear, and this mindset says revenge on the so called guilty party will give them satisfaction. Of course, it doesn't. Amateurs also look for the ego gratifications in revenge. Their ego has been hurt, and they believe hitting back will repair the damage and allow them to save face. The cycle keeps repeating itself and delivers nothing but misery. The world class, operating out of love and abundance, dismisses a revenge as a strategy for people operating at lower level awarenesses. The great ones know you can't fight hate with hate. The only power in the universe worth projecting is the power of love. The pros know if they are cheated by an amateur, it's to be expected because amateurs act out of fear. Their fear based consciousness thinks irrationally, so their improper and unethical acts are to be expected. Champions feel empathy for amateurs because all of the great ones are former amateurs themselves. Wow.
Right. That's
Wow.
really good. Tap the speak button.
Operating out of fear was a
Is
key
he over?
component in what I heard there.
I don't think they're on. I don't think you're speaking.
Yeah,
you are.
hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah, I can hear you. Uh-huh.
Thomas Jefferson, I studied one of his quotes recently. He said, and I thought it was right. We think of Thomas Jefferson as an old guy, really a long time ago, but when you think about it, Plymouth Rock and the Pilgrims happened in 1620. 156 years later, we had 1776 and all those founding events where Thomas Jefferson lived. To put that in perspective, Idaho, 1890, up to now, is 136 years. There were a lot of people that were pretty well seated in their professions and communities when Thomas Jefferson was alive. But yet he said, and this is instructive, he said, there are gloomy minds, disgusted with the present, despairing of the future, always thinking that the worst will happen because it could happen. To these, he said, I steer my bark with hope at the helm, leaving fear astern. I thought it was just so insightful on his part. Newt Gingrich was holding a meal one time, and he had he says, we've got the brightest and the best of the government and the business leaders and all in this room having a meal together. He says, I don't think there's ever been more intelligent people in this room at one time than there is now, with the possible exception of when Thomas Jefferson dined alone. He was brilliant. Anyway,
Wow.
that's my 2 cents for today.
Thank you. That was powerful. Yeah, no, I love that too, of just not taking counsel from your fears.
I doubt your fears.
Yes.
You fear astern, hope at the head.
Yeah, no, that is wonderful.
All right. Are we ready for the quote?
I like also that just revenge is for amateurs, but also the recognition that the great ones understand that because they used to be amateurs, but they're just like step out of it, you know?
Well, also that champions hold empathy for those people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a greatness of heart or a grace they get, you know.
Yeah.
That shows they're great people. to have that kind of respect for the pains of young ones.
Yeah, no, I think so too. All right, yeah, let's go on with the quote.
All right, this is by Steve Siebold, the author of this book. The middle class broods and vows revenge when they feel cheated. The upper class attacks their abusers, intent on inflicting pain. The world class forgives their enemies and sends them love because the emotional pro knows that the emotional amateur knows not.
Wow,
Sweet.
that's powerful.
Action step for today. Decide today to abandon any thoughts or plans of revenge. Don't confuse forgiveness with weakness. Anyone can hold a grudge. It takes a person operating at a higher level of awareness to forgive. Be reminded that 95% of the population is operating out of a consciousness of fear and scarcity, which is probably the reason this individual cheated you.
Mm,
This can really apply to relationships,
right?
not just
Not,
business.
not just business relationships.
Mhm.
I love that. Well, awesome. Thank you. Thanks for helping me out while I was not quite here. And thank you for everybody being here. And if you're catching us on the replay, comment down below, replay, and tell us your thoughts about seeking revenge and Guaicwood. All right.
Guaicwood smells really good. It's kind of like a
It's kind of
mixture.
smoky.
Yeah,
It's a what?
Kind of smells like a mixture. It's kind of sweety, but not too bright. It's just kind of subtle, different.
Yeah. Well, and they said that the scent changes depending on what you need.
Mm.
Wow, really?
Yeah, it's like adaptive somehow. That's really cool. Not like
Okay.
adaptive, the oil, but like it's adapting to you.
Adaptable. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, very cool. All
All right.
right.
Let's do that.
Awesome. Thank you. We'll see you on the 12 o'clock and then be back for 12:30 with on Chris's Zoom for our
Healthy
Zoom
habits.
5. Yep.
Facebook.
Healthy habits. So, yep, or join us on Facebook Live. If you miss everything, go back to Facebook Live or go back to Facebook. You'll find us.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Don't
Bye-bye.
miss everything. All right.
Thank you.
See ya. Bye.
I want to order this stuff.
Can you hit the turn off the recording?
What do you want? This is a emotional feeling. It is on guard, but you want to? I've got my version. What?